All right. There we go.
Oh, we're live. Look at that. And we're not late.
Yeah, we're not late. What are we doing, Jazz?
I was shook. Jack was shook. We were like, oh man, is the game at 7? No.
No, we're here.
Turns out it's not at 7.
Don't y'all worry about it.
And it's at 7:30.
You know what we gotta start doing?
What's this?
Sorry, I had to cough. That was bad dramatic effect. I'm pretty sure there's a one of these. We gotta start throwing those on 30 seconds before we're live so people know.
Right.
What's up, Evan? Maybe we'll do that from now on. Make them wait 30 seconds.
That'd be some wild shit.
I make the timer 15 minutes. I throw it on there and go sit here and wait. I mean, we honestly probably could. Like, we could probably put like a 5-minute timer on before we come on, and then just go like whenever it's done.
Just have it play like
some
music or something.
I gotta play some
highlights. That's what the floor guys do, but I don't know how to use OBS.
They're next level. They're next level. No, they're beasts, dude. Good evening, all y'all Goodwill Hunting SOBs. I am a terrible Bostonian. I've never seen the movie.
Good movie. One of my favorite movies.
Actually. No.
Big fan.
It's not because I don't think I'd like it. It's just because I just haven't.
It's a great movie.
ESPN game. Yeah, we're here. We're rocking.
Big day for the Tatum Luka narrative. Yeah,
it's true. Sick of JT Flames. I'm rewatching the 2016 dunk contest. That was the good one, right?
You got nothing going on?
Yeah, I guess that was a good one. Have you two seen Celtics Pride? No. What is that? Is that a movie?
I have.
What is that?
It's like these two like diehard fans captured Damon Wayne, or one of the Wayans brothers, who is the star player on the Jazz, who they're up against in the finals. Pretty much.
It's dude from Home Alone.
Home Alone, and it's also Coach from New Girl, who's like in the show. He's oh my gosh, I know the guy's actual name. Lamar Morris's character. What the hell's his name? The black guy. The one black guy.
Damon Wayans?
No, not him. He's in Celtic Pride, but who's the guy? Winston on New Girl.
Coach and Winston are different people.
I know they're different people.
You said Coach at first.
Damon Wayans plays Coach.
Okay.
Winston comes in and takes his place in the house. Am I incorrect? I have not seen New Girl in a long time, so
you are correct. But I think Damon Wayans Sr. was in the movie. Damon Wayans Jr. plays Coach.
It's father-son. They look identical. My goodness.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look. Yeah, here. Here's the screen. I was so confused. I'm like, that movie's way too old for him to play Coach. Yeah, look.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
I was like, there's no way he plays Coach. He's like, that's so old.
I just kind of figured like he had hair and then he was bald.
This is what I know.
I thought that was his aging.
I know him from my wife and kids. The older one.
I see.
Oh, one sec, Eric. I got you. Hold, please.
I got it.
Thank you. Yes.
I was
KP is playing tonight.
I was sharp.
Big game for him. Oh, was he was out the last time to play Dallas too, right? Is that why?
Was he?
Maybe I think so. I don't think he played when they played Dallas the first time because everyone like was, he's stuck in the Mavs. He's not playing the Mavs. Let me double check my findings, but yeah, he was out. They won by 9, and Kristaps didn't play. So
because they're nasty.
First time playing Dallas, really? He didn't play them in Washington last year.
Well, he's only in Washington for 1 year. Wouldn't shock me.
Let me do some fact checking. I believe you, but it surprises me because he played a lot of games last year.
He sure did.
Let me take a look. Let me see. Excuse me. Let's see. Dallas. No, he played them after getting traded to Washington.
He did.
He smoked them. I think it. Excuse me. It was no Kyrie though.
Pete knew.
Luka played.
Pete knew.
Yeah, Luka played, and the Wizards smoked the Mavs by 32. So he already got his revenge. He might have not played him in either of the games last year. Yeah, he didn't play in either of them last year, but the same year he got traded, he did play them, and he killed him.
He's a dog.
How's my dad's parlay? Oh, I don't think he's going to be here today, so let me put it in the chat.
Oh, no. That's too bad.
He's fine. He's at dinner. He's actually dead, so we couldn't make it. Let's see.
Tough way to break news. Speaking of deaths, my cat died this week. I didn't even tell you.
Your cat died?
Yeah, my cat died on Monday.
No, what?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say like what?
Well, I was going to tell you guys at the game, but I didn't want to ruin the vibe.
Are you okay? Like, are you sad?
I'm fine.
Are you
I'm
sure?
fine.
How old was
he was
or
old.
her? How old?
He
Which
was
one?
like 15.
Oh my god, that is old.
Squeak.
Still.
I was like screaming at him to get out of the room when we were doing our recordings. That was him.
Dude, that was like 4 days ago.
Yeah, he died.
What the hell? Hey, let's see.
It was wild. He was like I left. I think we had just finished recording. I went to go to the bathroom and he was in there laying. He just like took his last breath. I was like, oh my god.
You didn't put him down or anything? He just passed away?
Yeah, he just died. He was done though. Like he was like if you had to picture a cat as like an old man, that was Squeak. He was deaf, bag of bones. He had a good life.
Damn. All right. Well,
he's all right.
If you're okay, then I guess we're okay.
That's true. RJ changing the vibe. Pistons out of last place. We're back. Can you please pull up what I sent you on Twitter today? The clip.
I don't remember it, but yes.
It was like the first thing I sent you this morning. This is an excellent clip. The Pistons climbed out of last place, and who you may be asking, Sam, who could they possibly have eclipsed? Well, they eclipsed the Wizards of Kyle Kuzma's Wizards. Kyle Kuzma, who tweeted when the Celtics were about to lose, well, not lose. They were down a bunch at halftime to the Pistons. He was like, nobody wants to be that team. Oh, I got to take Kristaps off the screen. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. You can see the loss column. That's what matters.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen.
My favorite clip. And here it comes. This shit's hype, dude.
We're gonna get demonetized.
It's worth it. Worth it for Kevin James. Oh man.
Apparently, yes, you are. Did you see the other thing? Like, if the Wizards
I sure did.
Streak? Yeah.
I was about to go into that. So, as of right now, we have a new losing streak. The Wizards have lost 13 straight.
They didn't win in February.
They did not win a single game in February. And should they lose 14 more games in a row, they would be very, very close to eclipsing the magical losing streak that the Pistons went on. And who would be loss number 28, you may ask? Our Pistons. Pistons would have a chance to bury the Wizards. It would be game of the year. If Adam Silver has any balls, he'll fix all the Wizards games, make them lose.
We might have to watch it in playback.
I would do playback. I would do, unless the Celtics play a day, Celtics Wizards playback. I mean, Wizards Pistons playback.
Yeah. What's up, Phil? How we doing?
And I think this is a fair point too. Like, Detroit has not looked that bad a lot of times this year, right? Like, Detroit has been kind of good at times. When they were on that losing streak, there was some good stuff coming from Cade. Cade was going unbelievable, like bonkers. Had a great game against the Celtics, had a great game against the Nets. When they had their backs up against the wall to break the record for the losing streak, he was the one doing absolutely everything he could do to try and prevent it from happening. The man was cooking. Then you finally have the Pistons letting Jaden Ivey play. Kind of helps.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Fontecchio has been pretty good for them too since he got there.
He is.
Like, their trade deadline guys have played pretty well for them. So
he's averaged like 15 since he's been there. He's already 28, so he's not like a young guy they're developing, but he's averaged 15, 3.5, and 2 on 49, 42 splits on high volume Like, he's real.
SJ00 says Towns for Brown this offseason. Who says no? We
The
do.
Celtics.
And so does the Celtics, and I think also the salary cap.
I think also the Timberwolves.
And everybody. Because let's not pretend First of all, the Timberwolves really need him. They have Ant.
You can always use another wing, but still. Also, my dad's parlay, so I don't forget. JT 25, JB 20, KP 20, KP 2 threes, JB 2 threes, Celtics first half full time. Yeah,
it's possible.
Did you expect anything less? Like,
well, to be honest with you, this isn't that far off from what we saw on Tuesday against Philly.
It's true.
I think the numbers were kind of flipped around where I think who was it had the most points? Jaylen had the most, and then Porzingis, then Tatum. But they combined to score 83. Like, this is only a 65-point combination. It's not that outrageous.
It's true. Yeah. We've been on a hot streak lately. We won a couple parlays in a row.
83.
We won a couple parlays in a row. And then we were going to win a third, but we needed the Clippers to beat the Lakers, and then the Lakers came back from down 21.
Devastating. Like,
Disaster.
even like without any financial stakes.
Devastating, I agree. Tough for Sam to freeze. RJ, I can check on that for you. I'm not ignoring your joke either, Eric, but I want Sam to hear it. And
it's funny. My mom was away for like a week and a half, or like probably 8-9 days. Not a single problem with the internet.
Shocker. There you go.
She's probably like sleeping right now, or she's watching the stream. She's like, come in the comments, be pissed.
No, RJ. All of them are with Maine. Nope, Kata is with the G League. Sorry. He's on a G League assignment. Kata, Peterson, JD Davison, and Jordan Walsh are all with the G League, according to the 6:30 injury report, unless Kata got his ass to Boston the last 40 minutes.
They shot him out of a cannon.
Also, Eric makes a good point. Celtics have Towns at home. They don't need him.
Who might be better than Towns?
Question. Bobby Manning lied to me. Oh, I mean, I trust Bobby Manning, but let me see.
Bobby Manning is like seeing Cato with his own eyes at the Garden. Jack's like, no, he's not there.
Well, I'm just reading the injury report that came out at 6:30 and says no.
Well, Cato might actually be there, but not playing. Because I think he was there on Tuesday, but was not playing.
Possible. Let me check Noah's Twitter because she will have posted a video of everything happening.
Actually, I think we saw Cato warming up and going through like shoot-around drills and stuff, but he just wasn't
today
playing. No, like when we
when we were there, yes.
But he was in street clothes.
I'm not seeing Kata in any of these warm-up videos. Oh my God, Brad Stevens shaved his head.
You didn't see that? That was the community event they did. I think a lot of them shaved their head. Like I think Allison Feaster shaved her head.
Yes. That makes sense. Okay, yes. He looks
still saying, have you guys played b-ball with Manning? Does Bobby go to your little pickup runs, Jack?
No, he hasn't been there. I haven't played basketball with Bobby. I don't like that you called them your little pickup runs. That sounded demeaning.
I didn't do it on purpose. It does now that you run it back. It does sound like, oh, thank you, Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob.
No, I have to do that.
Do the Mavs play zone defense to avoid
they could
matchup hunting?
I don't think they did last time.
I don't think they have last time. I also think the Celtics have been a lot better at beating the zone regardless this year. Like even the last time, who played zone recently? Was it the Knicks who went to zone? One of the recent games went to zone.
The Knicks did.
And Jayson Tatum just stepped in the middle, or Drew Holiday just stepped in the middle, and the zone was dead. So like I think the Celtics have been a lot better. So maybe
Miami has thrown zone at them this year, and it just hasn't worked.
Yeah. I think they've been a lot better. And I think it's just because they have so much more talent on the team this year, realistically. So it's good. Jazz, this is disrespectful as well. This is
that's assault. Do you know Thanasis has a podcast?
Thanalysis. I do, because Noah was telling me she was listening to it, which is psychotic.
Who did?
Noah. She listens to everything though. She's just insane.
She's a freak. She's always got all the aggregation clips on Twitter and everything. I don't know how she has time for that. Because even you don't have time for that. And this is everything you do.
I know. She I was talking to her. She goes, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, I have an NBA podcast in my ear. Like she's just listening, which is like
that is psychotic.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't like have like music?
That's crazy. I have YouTube videos, music. I switch it up. I listen to podcasts in the car and stuff, but Mavs
I
playing
love
man with Luka
podcasts in the
Romo.
car. I can't do it at home. I'm not paying attention.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. Percent's
But anyways,
Chuck up a
back
second.
to Thanasis in the podcast.
Mhm.
Donovan Mitchell was like saying his favorite places to play. Garden is one of them.
W. Smart.
Yeah.
Uh,
Josh is the same way. Well, thank you. I'm glad we can be one of them.
she's like the Joe Mazzulla. What does that mean?
She's a psycho.
Like psycho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Fair. I saw
You see
Mavs
Joe
podcast.
Mazzulla and his wife on the Celtics Twitter. It was or
No.
Taylor Snow tweeted a clip of them, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm the assistant coach of my household."
No, that's fire though.
Some
Excuse me, that's
people
super funny.
posting Ime in the comments.
Losers, man. Fucking losers.
Not in the context you would think. I'll let you think about it. That's all I'll say.
Let's see.
RJ says, by the way, you mentioned other podcasts recently. I don't remember who it was. Somebody named Joe or John. I don't remember.
In what context did we mention them?
Was it Big Cat? Because they had Pritchard and Dereck White on. Did you see
What would that have to do with
Dereck
Joe
White
or
and
John?
Pritchard go up against them in the free throw contest?
Yeah, so I saw Dereck White shooting blindfolded.
Pritchard choked, sold him. Celtics podcast.
John Corrales? John Corrales hosts
You don't know
Locked on
John
Celtics.
Corrales?
Yeah, John Corrales hosts Locked on Celtics. Maybe that's who you were talking about. Was the email? The email.
I
Wha-
think
are
yes.
we
I think it was
stupid?
Joe. Then I mean John, because somebody mentioned like we have surpassed John in the
Oh,
listening
yeah.
hierarchy.
John Corrales. Yeah.
That's facts, Michael.
What would you seriously consider changing for the
Probably like
Celtics?
nothing. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: if they don't win, this becomes more of a more real conversation.
Yes.
But
Hear me out.
as of right now, I don't think it's like worth talking about.
It's not worth talking about. If they don't win, however, I do think there is a version of this team that is just as good. I don't want to say much better, but like can be just as effective with two more guys who are Dereck White-esque, if that makes sense. Like,
And that's been talked about. Simmons
Yeah.
and Russillo did a team up, which they do every Sunday. And I would recommend after you listen to us, listen to them talk because I don't listen to many podcasts specifically about basketball. But when they team up, it's the Shaq and Kobe meme where it's just like their feet and then it's the mixtape.
Yeah.
So they were talking about this and they had like the would you rather have two Dereck Whites conversation. And I think it is like kind of fair because one, you can split those contracts and trade one of them eventually.
No, Josh, please stop. No.
But
No.
I really don't think that
You
as
don't
of
need
right
to if
now
you
it's
win.
worth chatting about. But
It's not worth
not as
mixing up the
ridiculous.
chemistry. If they lose, maybe, but it's not worth messing up the chemistry if they do get the job
Right.
done. Last night
Last
was
night
really
was really good. Murray got injured. Not that we celebrate that. And the Heat lost.
It sounds like you're celebrating.
That
it.
is celebrating it. That
Yeah.
unless you literally don't like him for some reason, you're like, I'm really mad he showed his dick that time. Then like there's no reason to be upset with Jamal Murray.
This is the better question, Michael. Like, what team is giving up two Dereck Whites or even too close to Dereck Whites for Jaylen Brown? Like, what is out there like that you can even think of? Like, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head.
Jaylen Brown hosts our podcast. We play for the Celtics.
I don't think we're close enough to Dereck White for that to work. This is so tough, man. Like, the first thing that popped in my head was Atlanta, but I don't think DeJounte Murray is a good enough. I guess he's been a better three-point shooter this year, but like if you talk DeJounte Murray and like what the Hawks do Jalen Johnson, like but even then, like I don't think they would. Like, I don't think the Hawks would do that. It's tough.
I don't
to really
know if they
think.
would want to do it either.
Exactly.
I think Jalen is a better fit next to Trae Young than Murray is because I think Murray, and this is more of a from DeJounte Murray's perspective, like he's good at playing point guard. And
Yeah, and I don't think that would fit with the
in
Celtics.
Atlanta.
I don't think that would fit with the Celtics as well. I think they would
it
want
could.
wings back. It could, but I think they'd want the Celtics would want wings back in a potential deal, anyways. Like maybe you look at.
Let's see, who else could there be?
Do you look at New Orleans?
Brandon Ingram and who?
Trey Murphy or Herb Jones?
Maybe.
Like
Zion?
No. Like Brandon Ingram and Herb Jones, but Brandon Ingram is like a step
Does
down from Jaylen
Toronto?
Brown.
It wouldn't make
Ooh.
sense for Toronto the way that they've gutted everything now.
What? RJ Barrett and
Scotty
somebody else,
Barnes?
like Kelly Olynyk, the Clinic.
Scotty
Like,
Barnes.
no, I don't think they'd do that. They didn't trade Scotty for Kevin Durant.
Katie makes too much money, I think.
Yeah, if not Phoenix, OKC, like
they would not. Maybe they would.
Like, but what though? I don't think they'd give a Jalen Williams for him.
They could, and what realistically they could do is like, oh, I think we're ready to try and take a leap. We'll give up we'll consolidate and bring in a superstar, which is the opposite of what the Celtics would be doing in this case.
But I don't think they'd give up Jalen Williams or Chet Holmgren at that point. If you're the Celtics, it's not worth it.
I don't think that they want to give up Chet either. I don't know about Jalen.
Exactly. They definitely wouldn't. Jalen Williams is having a much better season than most people think this year.
Oh, I think he's a quality player, but like,
I mean,
we have Shea, we have Chet.
He's averaging
like, is 19, he going to get buried?
He's averaging 19, 4, and 4.5 on 54, 45 splits. Like, I don't think you give that up for Jaylen Brown. With all due respect, at 21,
money.
The Magic.
Just think of like other pairings where you could like
Orlando. Would they want to give up Franz? I don't think they'd give up Franz for him, but maybe it's a little bit more dynamic. It'd be like Franz and Fultz or Franz and Harris or Franz. Like, they just don't have a second piece that would be worth it. Well, and picks, obviously, you have to include this. Would you talk to the Kings? But like, what? Like
Utah do it?
I don't think the Celtics would want Fox or Sabonis. I don't think either of them
you
fit
get Keegan
well.
Murray and one of those guys.
Keegan Murray and like Harrison,
because he actually fits. Like he's proven he can like be an off the ball, like catch and shoot.
Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, and draft capital. Do you consider that? And maybe like Malik Monk, if you really want to squeeze him, or like Sasha
of everything we've discussed, I like that the best.
That's
sorry,
intriguing.
Everyone that's just sitting here listening to this.
Yeah,
like, why are you talking about?
If you get Keegan Murray,
championship.
Yeah, if you get Keegan Murray, that'd be like, we got to ask the question.
Warriors,
the question.
Steph Curry.
I don't think they do that.
They're like, hey, Pods is really good.
Would Danny Ainge want him back? Eric just read my mind. I don't think they'd give up.
What does Utah really have that you want?
I don't think they'd want to give up Laurie, which
John Collins
Celtics,
is finally on the Celtics.
You need that. Yeah,
after
that's the
years
issue.
and years and years of hey, John Collins might end up on the Celtics.
That's the issue you run into.
Memphis decides they've had enough of Ja.
Maybe you go after a team where it's like you could get back an Al replacement, like a really solid Al replacement.
Jaren Jackson.
I don't think they'd give him up, but maybe make the call. Either. Maybe make the call though.
The problem with the Jaylen trade is you're targeting the kind of players that other teams don't really want to give up.
Well, I don't know if it's don't really want to give up versus like too meh. I do like
any player making Jaylen money, and I know we're talking about consolidating Jaylen, but anybody making the kind of money that you could offload them in a Jaylen deal is either holy shit, this contract is bad and we don't want them around anymore, or we paid this guy for a reason and we want to keep him on our team.
I think there's exceptions though, and the exception is like, yes, you might want to keep them on your team, but if you have the chance to upgrade and consolidate, then like it goes past the point of
the only team I could really like. Okay, then you look in the category of teams that are.
Would Ime want him back?
Ime, I don't know if they like each other. There's been reports on both sides.
You could call the
Jaylen Brown was really pissed they got rid of Ime, or Jaylen Brown was the one that ratted him out.
Would you do like? I guess because they wouldn't want to give up McCall, but if you wanted to pair McCall, like Cam Johnson's a Keegan Murray-esque. You know what I'm saying? Cam Johnson's real good.
Isn't a bad one because they have a reason to want to try and compete, but Bridges is probably part of the team they want to try and
if you could get well, exactly, but if you could get Cam Johnson, like
also I don't want to trade him in division.
Maybe you squeeze him. Cam Johnson, you squeeze him out of Nick Claxton and you get some of those Suns and or Rockets picks. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is not what you want.
Yeah, you don't want that. I don't know.
And you also don't want to do it in division.
I wouldn't want Jalen Green, but if they called up with like Jabari Smith and like other like a couple of guys like that, I wouldn't like hang up. But you'd have to ask for some picks too. I don't know.
Isn't it
Charlotte?
I'm glad I'm not a GM.
Get
Grant for Jaylen straight up. You could do Grant doesn't make enough money. I don't really know if anybody on Charlotte makes any money now.
I think Memphis
Hayward's
is the most. Memphis is the most interesting to me.
Just Jaylen and Marcus, who kind of didn't get along.
It's true. I think New Orleans is also very interesting. What would Cleveland do?
See, Cleveland is one I could see maybe being interested in it because they have this weird position overload with the two guards. And Donovan Mitchell reportedly doesn't want to play there anymore after his contract is up.
Best friends with Jaylen.
He is, but they're not going to play together.
Well, but I'm saying
you mean
if
you bring in Jaylen to be like, hey, we got your friend. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Then you would have to get Garland or Mobley.
I don't think the Cavs would do Mobley, but
imagine a Kristaps Mobley backcourt or Kristaps Jared Allen even.
Exactly. I'm
saying I just don't love the idea of trading Jaylen Brown to a team in the same conference.
I agree,
there's not a lot
but
West.
There's talent is talent. You know what I'm saying?
Dallas
Is talent. You bring it back.
Does Dallas have maybe, but you would want
what? PJ Washington?
Get Kyrie. Tatum loves him so much.
I think the best ideas on my radar are New Orleans, some of their wings,
Memphis, which we said.
Memphis, if they want to do
San Antonio, have anybody you like? No. Draft picks. I will say this. I would not be absolutely gutted if you managed to get draft picks from somebody. And here's why.
No, Michael, I wouldn't do that. Oh, Jacob, we're going to answer this first, so that's okay. Could you do a trade? Jacob, you can just chat. You don't have to keep sending us money.
Yeah,
we appreciate you, though. Yeah, you can just chat. We'll answer your stuff. But thank you. Could you do a trade with two different teams getting an A player and C player with picks and then flip the C?
You could maybe, but it would be really hard because you're the one giving up the big bulk of money. So whichever team is getting that big bulk of money is going to have to also offload that amount of money.
It could just be you could maybe do a 3-team trade at this point. RJ is also right. We are bored. It's that time of the season. Give us a break. We're trying. We also got to ask the question. So, we answer the questions we're asked. I just don't know what's out there that would be available for what's happening. There'd have to be a team that wants to gut their roster that also has a star in it that could trade the Celtics their star, and then Jaylen Brown would go to a third team. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. It would
have to be a team that's we have a lot of guys and we should consolidate them into one guy. And the Celtics would have to be looking, hey, we have a lot of guys and this guy makes a lot of money. What if we got more guys?
The only thing that I can think of that I think is highly unlikely, and I don't think the Celtics would even really want to do, but it's like head tilt, is if Philly is cooked.
That's not bad either.
If Embiid goes to Boston, Jaylen Brown goes to a third team, call it the Nets or whatever you want. Assets go to Philly from both teams. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I guess that could happen. Okay, let's move off this though.
Yeah, Jared signaled, let's be done. Who guards Luka tonight? I think Jaylen guards Luka. That's my guess.
Jaylen took up the challenge last time and he was locked in. Crazy. This is the ESPN game tonight too, so we can roll over at least a few minutes. Because we spend so much time talking about trading Jaylen. We should praise him. He locked in immensely last time they played Dallas. Both ends of the floor, played great with the basketball, dropped Luka, just absolutely bullied him, really. And then on defense, he locked in, looked like he was super motivated, whatever reason. So I could see it being Jaylen. You could really take your pick. The Celtics have a billion guys that play defense. Everybody plays defense. Holiday, White, Tatum, Brown. And that could be the strategy, is throw as many guys at him as you can, keep the defense fresh and wear him down. And you still have Kyrie over there too, so you're going to have to guard him. But you could see some really fun defensive matchups. And Jazz bring up a pretty good point. As great as the Celtics are defensively, Dallas is not the greatest in terms of their stars don't play defense. So you could see some really aggressive targeting on both guys.
I'm really excited for this game. I think it's going to be super interesting to see how the Celtics handle things on both ends, see who they attack on the Mavs, how they handle defense with Luka, who probably the second best offensive player in the league. Do you agree with that?
Who's
maybe
the best,
third? Jokic, yeah, easily. I'd say Luka's 2, maybe 3 behind Embiid. Embiid's crazy.
Embiid is crazy because you really have no option other than to foul him.
And
you
that's
have
not that's and that's not a like shot at Embiid. That's a testament.
Well,
to, like,
he does love to also
I know,
draw
but like
fouls, but
it is insane. Daniel Goatford is a problem. Gafford's been really good for them.
So is PJ Washington. He's been decent, right? Or is he fallen off?
No, I think he's played pretty well. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure he's still doing all right.
Who on the Mavs do you think you would take in a fight? Kyrie.
Hmm.
I would have the gust behind me.
Not crazy to hunt Doncic. He's terrible defensively. He's done a lot better this year, but he's just not quick enough to keep up with like some of the Celtics guys.
Yeah, he's not really athletic enough at all.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this game. I would love
Me
to see a
too.
nice Kristaps chip on the shoulder game.
this next few games, I'm amped for like the next.
Is Porzingis the most fun guy to watch cook? Not the guy you get the most joy out of, because I get the most like pat on the back, feel good about everything when Horford does well.
Isn't that the most fun? Isn't that synonymous though? Isn't that what the most fun is?
Like if you went back and watched highlights, if you were like, this is like peak
Tatum. I still think it's Tatum. I still think Tatum. Like watch Tatum in that game 7 in Philly, dude.
No, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
but like,
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, the Porzingis type highlights you get are like alley-oop dunks, like post up.
He was
dunks.
making crazy threes at practice today. He's just pulling up from like 4 feet behind the line with a hand in his face.
That's the effect of guys being nasty in the NBA.
Dude, thank you, Jacob. We appreciate it. Who else mutes the game? Sam, do you mute the game now?
Exclusive to ESPN today, though? If it's not, then I will watch on the local channel. But I won't mute the game because I like the crowd too much, especially when they're home.
Yeah, I just like the ambiance. Like, it is on NBC Sports Boston as well.
Yeah, so I'll be watching that.
I don't mute the games. Check out the new Dick Lipe tweet. I'm pretty hungry too. I had.
What's for dinner tonight, chat? Tell us.
Dick Lipe tweet. Let's see. Since the All-Star break, the Celtics starting 5, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, Holiday, and White, has an offensive rating of 141.1 and a defensive rating of 100.9, which is a net rating of 40.2, plus 40.2, and an effective field goal percentage of 68.4. That's ridiculous. For what it's worth, that would be the best defensive rating in the league, as well as the best offensive rating in the league by 20 points. That's insane. Homemade beans and rice. That sounds fire. That does sound very good. That sounds great. I think my mom's bringing home
Chinese, buddy.
Chicken fingers from Shaw's or like a grocery store, like the things that they have there.
That stuff is sneaky good.
It is sneaky good.
Like Stop and Shop, like boneless chicken is fire. I don't remember that, didn't you? Or did I say it like on accident, like trying to say like they developed their like guys out of nowhere?
Was that in the playoffs last year?
Or maybe I said that like trying to be funny on purpose. I don't remember. I do remember the instance you're talking about, but I don't remember where it started.
We don't, Jason.
We
Gardner
do
Board does
post game, but it goes up at 5 a.m. We're not.
Yeah, we record post game. Yeah, we record post game, but it'll be up on the channel at 5 a.m. Thanks, Jason. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, our reaction to this game will be up on the channel at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Full-length pods go up on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and 5 a.m. videos every day, though, no matter what. So
I do really hope now that we talked about it that there is a Pistons Wizards with a 28-game losing streak on the line.
It's so unlikely, but I hope for it too. It's very unlikely, but you were being sarcastic, but it's funny because it's true. This sounds very good, Jazz. Now you got me hungry. Shit,
dude. You guys don't know about this, but the Celtics do really hook it up when you go to the game.
I've been dude.
Yeah. Jack's sister's here.
Hi, Grace.
Did you hear her cameo on the podcast the other day?
I don't know, Grace. Did you see your cameo? I forgot I left that in. I forgot it happened.
I hope everybody got a kick out of that. I didn't see any comments.
I do my comments about Doncic getting tortured live. Those are. I think you commented on the live video. I think you were commenting on Talking C's we did today with Bobby.
Yes, everyone. Video. Yeah, a lot of people in here.
I think that's where you're talking. Yeah, but we're there. Like the video, disrespect from Craig. She just walked in. Pagan rappers. I have something I need to show you. Grace, just
does she ever like talk to you when she doesn't need something?
No. We had a really nice conversation in the car the other day, but only because she needed to be picked up from school, and so I picked her up from school.
The chat just starts like turning on Grace.
See how else for us my pitch to get. We talked about it this summer, 100%.
Oh, thank you, Jayson. Yeah,
Don't
I hate it. I hate all of it.
You rat. Fuck you, Grace. Rat. Man. Oh, you want to hear a funny story while we're waiting for this game? So I obviously have glasses, so I can't see anything. This is very random. And obviously we know that I've been growing facial hair, which I'd never been able to grow this, right?
Right.
And so I realized today that it's like real and actually like it's not just like nothing anymore. Like it's come in pretty well. And I realized it because I was showering and I looked through the glass into the mirror and I could still see it without my glasses on.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, oh, wow, I actually have facial hair now. That's crazy. So that was funny, but that was I
don't know if I'll ever try and grow out facial hair. Just
I didn't for a while.
Also like itchy.
I've gotten used to it. It was really bad at
Yeah.
the start, and I like felt bad, but like now I don't notice it at all.
I also never thought I would grow to actual hair either. I always went like with the Kristaps cut there. So
I went I was buzz cut until I hit middle school.
yeah.
That's what it is. You couldn't grow. This is true. You kind of helped me out.
Jared bullied his facial hair into coming in.
My brother is dealing with this. My brother isn't allowed.
Sorry, Henry.
Dallas and the over. I'm in. I don't hate that. I wonder if it could be the under though, because like the Celtics have been locking up on defense, so I just wonder if they'll play. I don't know.
I think if I tried, I could grow something, but it would be shitty.
8. What? I'm 24. Sam's 25. Is that what you're asking?
You are above 18. It's okay if you whip it out. Just
no.
Well, he doesn't get like arrested or anything. I'm not encouraging it, but like nobody's gonna like SWAT team your house.
Frenchie's named Tatum. That's sick. I love that. I love dogs. Are you a dog person? I feel like you don't like dogs. I feel like you're a weird person who doesn't like dogs. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like
I
something
don't really
you wouldn't
care
like.
for dogs. It's one of those things like too many people are like, I think you should like dogs, and it's just like, But I like cats. I don't despise dogs. Like I have dogs that I like, but like I don't see a dog and be like, I love dogs so much. Like it's just
sociopath. If I have a dog, I don't know if that's healthy. Sure, Michael. Why not? That's what I'm saying, Jared.
Tatum is.
That's what I'm saying.
It is a very me thing, but like, what the hell was I watching? I was watching some show, and they were like talking about like, yeah, you don't have to like dogs or some shit. I forget what it was. Maybe I had a dream. Who knows?
All right, let's wrap up here. It's probably gonna start soon. So, are we sure it's gonna start soon? You gave me a face like you don't think it'll start soon.
No, I'm like hungry, like where I'm like hungry, like I might pass out, but I feel weak.
Quick question, Port. Port. Sure. David. All right. Chat. Sam, any final thoughts? Hungry food. That's final thoughts. Porzingis is available for both Golden State and Phoenix. I think so. I don't know. He's been playing in the big games this year. I'm excited.
Plus, thank y'all for
yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna go get some food, get ready for the game. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to How About Them Celtics if you haven't yet. Check out our video. It'll be up 5 a.m. on the channel today. Check out our Talking C's with Bobby Kravitsky, which went up earlier this afternoon. We talked about some buyout candidates, among other things. Again, leave a like on the video, subscribe, check us out on podcast platforms. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time. See you at 5 a.m. tomorrow. And Jayson, by the way, if you do want to ask us questions, email hbtcpod@gmail.com. We will answer all your emails on the podcast if you send us one there. So just in case we don't have time to get your questions live, again, it's on the screen, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We'll be answering those tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.